Hello, and in this episode, I'm going to try to fight the wiles of Cargodist. So, as I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I really want to sort out the passenger stations because we're so nearly there in having a functioning network. And there's not that much to go, but let's start looking at this. So Dundee Woods, and this is just a problem with the trams actually. So, Dundee Woods. So what goes to Dundee South is more the question. And so this really, Dundee probably is suffering from the fact that the trams just don't have the capacity. So everything's going via Dundee South. It's going via okay. So there's a lot that's going via Dundee South, and I think that may be that Dundee South itself goes lots of places, but yes, this is more of the coastal coach, isn't it? So really, these trams they just go too many different places. So what we need is a direct connection. So let us do that. Ooh, the Class 88 Eurodual. I didn't remember adding that. This happens to you if you build a really big train set. Like, I don't remember adding that, but it's because, you don't remember every one of all those individual, however many locomotives it is now. No, it's quite a large number, I believe. Right, this is just going to be a station here, so let us connect that. Let's build a station with, let's do a half ramp. That's fine. So then, and Dundee South as well. Dundee South needs a station. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some tube trains on this because they're so high capacity, the tube trains, that they should fix our capacity problems. Now, how long are we going with this? So this is 5x1. So this needs to be 4x1. And then whatever ramps we put on it need to be an extra one. So there you go. Oh, and it's tube, so first failing, it needs to be dual rail. Dual rail, fourth rail. Oh, that's it. 2 electrical rails, but the actual thing is fourth rail. So let's do that. Let's pop that. And in terms of dual rails, then this should have a bit round here, which goes just signal it like that. We'll only have 2 trains on it, I think. We'd need lots and lots of trains. So dual rails sounds like something that you would actually duel on. So you would get your dueling pistols and go on the dueling rails. Okay, let's set those going. So those with a timetable as well. So that's going to be 4 days and 4 days. That's a little bit long, but that'll be fine. Okay, so this hopefully will fix Dundee South. We'll probably get a whole load more vehicles into here. Now, these coaches, they are Volvo B12s, and they're probably, and I can probably timetable these. They're probably 72 days, let's say 101 days, let's say 59 days. So, and there we go. Trains arriving at Dundee South. So that's the S stock. And then, yes, so this is going to be the passenger. So let's create a group for that. Let's create the Dundee dueling rails. People have all their jewels on. Ooh, there's some trains that I haven't actually done. Oh yes, these are the ones which carry. What do they carry? They carry food. Do we have a food group already? Yes, there's food, glorious food. So I'm just going to stick those in there. There we go. So that now will result, hopefully, in fewer passengers. Well, lots of passengers via Howard. So the next problem we're going to have with this is the coastal coach will need even more buses to keep it going. So let's do that. Let's clone those. Let's add even more of those. So I'll add a whole sort of depot of vehicles. Maybe another 3. So that would be good. So you can just set the start date on these, so they timetable. And hopefully that is enough capacity. This is the one that they're probably most worried about. Oh, Bristol Darts. Yes, the Dennis Dart is probably long out of date, so we should do that. Should replace the Dennis Darts with... let's go for right pulsars. There we go. There, that's it. It sounds like sort of insult that would happen in space, isn't it? You're a right pulsar. West Elmer's End. West Elmer's End. Let's have a look at this. So we're at another 4,000 passenger nightmare. These all want to go via Wareham, so this is just a case that we don't have enough capacity going via Wareham. So this route here. Ooh, no, don't need a big cargo thingamy. That's not necessary. That's these here. This the Bradford Cross Map Group. They go there. It's this one. It's these Wareham branch. Wareham branch is the one that's under capacity. So this is Wareham branch as well. Yes, let's have some more of these. Let's go easily mad with those. And hopefully we can get the passenger numbers down. The societal collapse has happened as well. So I should point out, by the way, why does this happen? You know, why is it that all of these trains, which are, you know, trains, all these passengers, why are there so many of them with Cargodist? And the reason that this happens is the passenger generation of towns is actually fairly high. These towns generate quite a lot of passengers because originally we could go very fast, but not carry many passengers. That's not what we need now. We need to slowly carry lots of passengers. Again, that's a sort of author's personal vehicle. The one I currently have, actually, at the time of recording, I just shortly before recording, I went for a nice long motorway trip. We sort of had to go and do some transporting, and therefore I had a nice long motorway trip in the 335D, which was not conducted at 155 miles per hour. Sadly, laws preclude that. Let's go back to West Elmer's End. Let's go back to the explanation of the thing that I was trying to explain before I got distracted by the new vehicle. This has loads of passengers. The reason it has loads of passengers is because the towns generate lots of passengers. Because if you're playing Transport Tycoon Deluxe, or if you're playing without the Cargodist settings enabled, if you took the passengers from here and you took them to Wareham, that would be it. Wareham would accept the passengers. Job done. End of story. And no more troubles. And that means that if that happens, the towns need to generate quite a lot of passengers per house. Because, say, Wareham, which only has 177 houses still, probably because we don't seem to transport any of them, the reason that the generation's high is because Wareham has to generate enough passengers to make it worthwhile putting a station there, because you would have all your passengers from West Elmer's End, which is also not that big, and they would load up here, and you would go to Wareham, and they would unload, and then the train would be empty. Would need another sort of set of passengers to load. So towns generate passengers at quite some rate. But now you add Cargodist. And Cargodist says that, well, the passengers aren't going to just go to the next hop. They're going to go all over the map. They can generate a passenger, it could go anywhere. And you see this sort of, most passengers via Wareham, but they're going to all of these places. And they end up, they get in the network. Might be useful for solving our problems, but maybe let's use it later on. And they get on the trains, lots. They fill up the trains, and the thing is with this is there's this train, for example, this which has 285 passengers in it, and when it reaches Wareham, they're not all going to unload. In fact, very few of them are going to unload. So now you have a train which had a huge capacity. If it's unloading everything, which would unload those, and then would have 285 seats free. And now doesn't it? Probably only has 10 or 11 seats free to take the passengers. So that's kind of filling up now. And that means at this station, where there's 1,100 passengers, and only maybe sort of 10 of them could get on the train. So these start really filling up. And with Cargodist, this makes it actually quite a challenge to really get your network working to the point where you're actually taking all the passengers, because you need so many trains. You need one that's can not only take all the passengers from West Almas End, but also, this is sort of, you need a train which arrives here when there's so few passengers that it leaves with 0 passengers, so that it can then have space to pick up passengers at Wareham. But then obviously it will fill up with passengers at Wareham. So the next journey along the line, you need to be able to pick up. What you see here now is there's actually a line, a signal density problem. So we probably need more signals on this line, which actually, I don't know, they're 6 tiles apart. They're at our standard density. But we have a lot of trains which are waiting for things to happen. Slough stores. So Slough stores, let's extend that, because we have more platforms here. And let's just have some nice sort of open air platforms like that. And see, Slough stores has lots and lots of passengers. And where are they all going? Are they going? They're going via West Almas End. So there's probably some express service here which is not doing the thing that it should do. Don't want to put track there. And also, they don't want this to be fourth rail. That's rather dumb. Okay, let's fix that. And so let's fix the kind of the bottleneck at Slough. As I said, now there's lots of trains can come in here and they can load. We should probably think about having something a little nice. Maybe some billboards. Train in the way, of course. No billboards for you. No nice extra shelter. But there we go. Well, that shouldn't be so bad. So lots and lots of trains, lots and lots of waiting, but they should hopefully sort of even out. What's the worst station now? West Almas End still. West Almas End is still bad. And so there's so many passengers have to go via Wareham. So what we could do is now, once we go via Wareham, so and now the question is this going to just resolve itself, or is this going to need extra resolution? So there's a lot of passengers going to West Almas End. There's lots of things happening. So I think we need to increase the capacity of this line, which is going to be a bit tricky because Wareham Station is a major limiting factor here. So how are we going to handle this? This is a good question. So, well, we could drop this. Now, Wareham might just get annoyed with us for doing that and not let us build any more stations. So, no, we can. We can build more station. That is good. So, I'm going to try to get this line up to capacity. So we can sort of do 4 tracks in each direction. We have for something that's called the Wareham branch line. This is going to be sort of almost a main line, effectively. But well, in fact, yes, it is going to be a main line. That's what you call a line which has 4 tracks in each direction. It is a main line. So there goes tubular bridges, of course, and then this goes up here. So let's just do that and do that and do that. So this is really just trying to get lots more capacity for trains. So that's going to go around that depot like that, and then they go up there like that. And then we have the problem. We need to sort of rein it in at this station because we don't have the capacity here. Or do we? No, we do have capacity there. We can just say come up there and go via that way. Okay. And let's just build more track. More track. Why does this not want to let... Okay. There we go. There's just a accuracy problem with the thing. Yeah, so that now comes around there. That goes via that station. So what I want to know here is will these trains be smart enough? And if we give them the alternative route here. So this I'm going to just make this ridge come out to here. No, don't unridge it. Ridge it more. They're going to give trains the opportunity to escape around there. So there we go. So that Tisbury. Now Tisbury actually has a connection here. So I can just put in a ramp there and a ramp there. And then we can connect that up. Yes, let's have a footbridge as well. Tisbury's not too problematic. Tisbury's one of those ones which actually is doing fine. And so that actually did go around there. That actually worked. Blimey. I haven't even signalled it yet. And trains want to use it, so which is good. Very good if trains are actually using this. So this is where we had the opportunity for an express service to kind of get around here. So this now should probably be there are two tracks in this direction. In fact, we could do this, make the express, so make this a little bit of a complex junction. But now that can have a tubular bridge which comes down there. And then this. Yeah, so this just comes across here, where necessary. The express will always be on the outer line here, so we might have problems with that. But this is no, that's how expresses work in the real world. Come on here, let's not get too bogged down with obsessions about expresses. Right, let's get rid of that bridge. No expansion for you. I have a railway coming through. So that railway can come in here. There we go. That now goes in like that. That now goes in like that. So we now have lots of extra railway that goes through here. And that goes through this. So let's signal that properly. It's a little bit weird here with this. So let's make sure that, yes, the trains can actually get to each side. Ooh, that's not right. Oh no, it is. That is right. don't get so obsessed about that. Oh, of course, because this goes left and right, and that should be okay. So you have more capacity here. We need more capacity at Tisbury, which means getting rid of these, unfortunately. And then, in fact, yes, this is going to need to be super long. So, does this have a station? No, it doesn't have a station. So that can work. And then that can come around here. And that can come around here. Can I get rid of this, or doesn't AI still own it? Oh, damn it! AI still owns it. So we need a little bit of slowing down as we come across here. Really, let's not upset those houses. Let's just build a thing across here. So a bridge. That's what the thing that crosses water is called. And so yes, let's build a bridge across there. Tubular bridge. And now we have the problem that we need to come back via the Slough. So we need to kind of come in through here. That means demolishing some buildings. How much will Slough allow me to demolish? Not quite enough. So that, well, I guess for now we can open that up there. Oops. And then signal that, because that at least will allow some trains to get through here. So I think this should resolve the big queue of trains, because the queue of trains now is the biggest problem. Yes. Why is that waiting? That's waiting because it doesn't have a platform there. So we should add a platform. And then find the ramps. So platform ramp. And then some shelters. There we go. So this should now give this more capacity through these stations. We should start seeing this logjam resolve itself. We might. Well, Tisbury was never a problem. So Tisbury was always fairly lightly populated with passengers. Wareham is just getting worse, I think. And why is Wareham just getting worse and worse? The passengers via Yarmouth. So the reason I think, yes, the reason Wareham is getting worse there is because now that we've fixed the basic problem, which was that there were not enough trains along the branch. Now there's not enough of these. So let's look at the timetables. They're still timetabled, so these should be able to set. This is a nice start date, so. Okay. Farm supplies can't find a path to continue. That is the reason for that. Why is that? Because that needs a signal there before it enters that. There we go. That should improve a lot of stuff. Oh yes, we should have been that. Oh, Elmer's Express is struggling. Okay. Oh yes, this is just giving me the notification of all these problems around here. But this hopefully. So that's now signalled across there. We now should have trains moving. The Carsdale Cement. Ooh. The Adventure Desirous City as well. More desirable. Yes. So this is because this is trying to get round here. This is trying to get back via this, but it's actually blocking the route. So let's make this a separate. Though I should never have done that. They created that little escape there. But let's put this round here. Because now, trains going through here can now escape round here. So this would be okay. Why that's such an issue? Oh, because it's in the depots, waiting to escape. The problem here is that just nothing has been able to get hits, so it hasn't really. Yes, we actually had a proper clog. Okay, back to Tisbury's empty. We know Tisbury not a problem. Wareham, look, yes, Wareham now. The problem is Yarmouth. It's not the Elmer's side of things. So it's not so bad. Let's have a look at Elmer's end. So this is still waiting on a lot of passengers via Wareham. So though Elmer's Express now has problems. I wonder why that is. I wonder why Elmer's Express is having trouble. Yes, this I know. But Garten 590 is getting old. And what is it? Renault Magnum. Oh yeah, Renault Magnums I think may be falling out of favour now. May no longer be available. So let's try to fix that. Let's just get a Volvo FM9. Oh, Scandinavia series. They're both about the same capacity, so let's just do that. Farm supplies, 730. That's fine. Let's leave those alone. Let's get back to this Cargodist problem. So I'm really quite surprised that nothing is going via Wareham. So these should be filling up passengers. Yes, they should be. They are? Maybe it's just the generation is that. There's so many passengers. Yes, so we now have the capacity problem here. There's not enough platforms. And West Ham isn't. Too few platforms here. So, how are we going to handle this? Well, maybe we need that much more. So, they may build a platform just out here. I'm using these glass shelters and a buffer stop. This is this horrible little bit of platforming. This is going to be a mess of a station, but let's build that across there. Yes, that will sort of work if I can figure out a way to get the trains across here. So this now needs to become a junction like that. This is going to rely horribly on path-based signalling for it to work, but hopefully that should now and let those trains clear across there. Let's let that wait there, and that wait there. This platform's there as well. I don't know why they're so bad at choosing platforms. Maybe it is waiting for them to cross this junction. So actually the thing here is let's move this along a little. Let's get rid of that. Let's put another platform here. And let's build something crazy. Oh, I don't really want to get rid of that depot. That's a shame. This is rather a shame, isn't it? Okay, let's get rid of the station. So let's remove that. Remove that. Remove that. Remove that. Let's instead. So we want to build third rail now because I want to get this nice here. Now I'm waiting for this train to go past here because what I want to do is build a tunnel. In fact, that will solve most of my problems. If I could just get this train going via there, and there we go. That's enough. So I'm going to build a tunnel under here, and there we go. Tunnel under there. Now I want to extend that out. The newer version of Timberwolf stations, by the way, actually has tiles for you to do this. This version doesn't have such a great set of tiles for this. Where you've actually got stairs for going up different levels, but this version doesn't. But we will survive. I think. Oh, they're annoyed. Okay, they're miffed. They don't like us anymore. Let's just build that there. Hopefully, well, we could just bribe them. I think. Yes, didn't get caught. That was okay. So we'll build a buffer stop there. Oh no. Okay, that doesn't like that. So build a buffer stop there. Let's build some bare platforms to start with. 3x6 is okay. So let's also do that. Let's pop that there. Now there was a way that you could with this. You could get these. And they sort of lined up little. And they didn't line up perfectly, but in the end, they sort of lined up to the point where you can imagine there's some extra steps in there or something. So that's good. So let's get these planters sorted. And I think that would do. That can go there. And this probably doesn't need to be third rail. I don't think any third rail trains are actually going to go via here. But let's put the depot there anyway. So this is probably going to annoy West Elmers End some more. They destroy yet more trees, but this can go up here. And see, no, it can't go up there. And this actually is going to have to go up here. So the Azuma, very sort of express locomotive. So what we can do now is build this. This is just slightly too far for this train, but I can build it so this train could actually use it. There we go. So now there is a lot of extra capacity for these. In fact, what we could do is say, rather than these trains go up here, they are forced to go up there. Because they have to go round up to there. And there they can't queue here. Ooh. The Green Kenner, there's Opto Solos, yes, because there's a new version of the Solo, isn't there? There's Solo SR. Let's replace those. This LK probably needs to be replaced as well. Replace those with DAF LFs. That I think is all good. The carbon steel, which is, I think, is Mercedes. Okay, that was opportune, wasn't it? There was precisely the right moment to do that. So that just gets that there, that's there. Right. Okay. So now we have far fewer trains waiting. And we are actually addressing that backlog. Yes, there's no longer a huge number of passengers waiting to go via Wareham. Wareham's still quite busy, but that as well. See, not so many. There's enough that probably a train can handle it. Yes, the raw materials okay, so I think a little bit longer than normal, but I think we shall count that as a partial success, and we shall carry on with that in a future episode. We shall see you then.